Y'all, Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. So we are all boosters. We do have one air diaphragm pump system that we'll either sell off or use till it dies. But we're running all boosters right now, and I apparently have not been putting them back together when we service them perfectly. So I watched one of Paul Cassandra's videos, and I'm not going to use a straight edge. I've got a gigantic saw. I'm going to saw my arm off. Just kidding. But made the point that the spacers are not just randomly set in there, that they're actually specific spots that they're put in. So I want to show you. We've gone ahead and taken apart. This is a 1-horse booster. But when you put your spacers in there, right now, that's completely flush. You know, we get a tiny bit of wiggle room there. If I take this one off, we're going to lose the saw. Actually, we'll taking 2 spacers off, so I got 2 of them right here. But if we go right there, you can see that gap. See how I can go across there? There's a space in between there. So you put another spacer, or 2 spacers. We already know it's 2. Put the 2 spacers on there. Put that right here. You can see, we're nice and level. There's not a whole lot of seesaw. There's a tiny, tiny bit. But I'd already verified that one, I needed that one more. So if I put an extra one, it's really, really going to seesaw on there. So we're going to put our first stage on here. You can see these are not perfectly new. We found 4 of the diffusers were not in good shape. So that rubs a little bit there, but so now we're going to take this, see how we are on here. There's no gap. So you can see that, no gap. Put the next stage on, and we'll continue to do this. I did find one little piece of plastic that was stuck in one of the one of the diffusers, not the impellers, whatever they are. The gray plastic ones. Switch this over here. All right. So we're here. Looks nice and neat. Put on diffuser number 2 or number 3. Alright, so there's a very, very tiny gap, but there is a gap there. So we're going to put one little spacer in, and we'll continue that whole process until, see, that's nice and flush, even there. We're putting these diffusers in, check them individually. I'd always heard Tim Aselton talk about how they, how at Goulds, they actually tune the units. Alright, that one's good. I guess because there's some very, very, very slight amount of variation between them. But this is a, so we've got that. No gap. Let's get number 6 on here. We're going to try and put a spacer on now. Also, he made a good point in his video that if you are taking them all off, double check and look for all of the spacers. Sometimes you'll have, that looks a little wiggle there. We're going to actually take that one off. So I'm going to finish making this video, or finish repairing this pump. But yeah, you can use any straight edge that you've got. I was going to use a pry bar, but the saw is more available. Anyways, have a great night.